Welcome to the deep dive. We're jumping right in today.
Let's do it.
Okay, so April 30th, 2025. We're looking at the astrology using Tarot by High Seas Texcoli as our guide.
Yep, that's the source.
And the idea is, give you that quick astrological download, understand the day's potential energies fast.
A shortcut, basically, to the day's vibe.
So it looks like a day of distinct phases. Morning optimism, afternoon fire, maybe an evening reality check.
That sums it up pretty well. It's definitely a day with a shifting energy. Morning, afternoon, evening, each has its own flavor.
Okay, let's start with the morning again. Gemini moon conjunct Jupiter. What's the feel?
Well, I think curiosity turned up high. And optimism, it's intellectually stimulating.
So good for learning, maybe brainstorming.
Absolutely. Learning, sharing what you learn, making connections that feel genuinely meaningful. You might feel a real pull to explore different ideas, broaden your horizons.
Like planning a trip or signing up for a course.
Exactly. Future travel, education, that kind of expansive thinking fits right in.
But there's a but, isn't there? The source mentions exaggerated emotions.
Right. Jupiter energy amplifies things. So the optimism is great, but be aware it could inflate expectations a bit too much.
Ah, okay. So enjoy the buzz, but don't promise the moon.
Precisely. Keep that good energy, just maybe ground it slightly.
Got it. Then, the afternoon, things shift.
Yeah.
Venus enters Aries. That sounds energetic.
Oh, it is. This is a big shift lasting until June 6th, actually. It really ignites desire, passion, creative energy.
So less thinking, more doing, more feeling.
Definitely more directness in how you approach relationships, what you value, what brings you pleasure. It encourages boldness, living your truth without, worrying so much about judgment.
I like the sound of that. No apologies.
Exactly. The source puts it really well. Flirtation with fire, love with attitude, and desire without disclaimers.
Wow. Okay. That paints a picture.
It's about claiming what feels real to you, following your heart, basically. And importantly, not waiting for someone else's permission slip.
Right. But the source also asks those reflective questions, doesn't it? Like, are you chasing excitement or avoiding vulnerability?
Mm-hmm. That's the deeper layer. It's a call to check why you're chasing what you're chasing. Is it authentic or is it a distraction?
So be bold, but be self-aware. Any potential pitfalls with this Venus in Aries?
Well, patience might wear thin. You could get bored with routine faster than usual.
Uh-oh. Impulsive actions.
Could be impulsive spending, maybe falling head over heels really fast. It's passionate energy.
Okay, note to self. Hide the credit cards.
Maybe. But also, past issues might pop up again. The difference is, now you might have more confidence to deal with them head on.
Interesting. What about money stuff specifically?
Yeah, there could be some reverberations, maybe around profits, commissions, income. You might need to make some quick decisions, probably prioritizing what you need.
And relationships. You mentioned directness.
Things definitely heat up, which is great, but it also carries a risk of, impatient drama. The advice is be bold, yes, but maybe not reckless.
Bold, not reckless. Got it. It sounds like a time for clarity, though.
Definitely. Clarity on who and what matters to you.
Okay, intense afternoon. Then we get to the evening, and things cool down. Gemini moon square Saturn.
Yeah, it's a bit of a contrast. After all that expansive thinking and fiery action, this can feel like a temporary dip.
A dip how? Like feeling down?
Possibly a fleeting sense of being a bit out of touch, maybe a touch blue, yeah. Like the source says, a brief depression. It's really a reality check.
Ah, okay, so after flying high, Saturn brings things back to Earth.
Exactly. It asks you to adjust those potentially overblown expectations from earlier. Time to think about boundaries, practicalities.
Not necessarily bad, just grounding.
Right. It's actually quite valuable.
Yeah.
It balances the day's energies. You need the optimism and the action, but you also need the dose of realism to make things sustainable.
Makes sense. Balancing the big picture with the practical steps.
That's the lesson, really.
So, to recap April 30th, we start with this bright, connected, optimistic morning vibe.
Lots of mental energy.
Shift into a much more passionate, personally driven, maybe impulsive afternoon.
Yeah, Venus and Aries bringing the heat.
And then end with an evening that kind of asks us to check back in with reality and practicality.
That's the flow. Expansion, then action, then grounding. A pretty dynamic day.
So the final thought for you listening is, knowing this energetic flow, how might you navigate it?
Right. How can you use that morning curiosity, embrace the afternoon's fire consciously, and use the evening's reflection productively?
Thinking about how to balance that enthusiasm with, what's actually possible. Something to chew on. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.